my grandma because, like, you know, we all have, like, family stuff, right? We all got family stuff. So I was very fortunate to be raised by my grandma. And I grew up in downtown Mesa. For anyone that doesn't know, like, that's very, like, heavily, like, it used to be Native American land. And so, like, before it was, or after it was Native American land, it was farming land. And then also, too, like, you could go down 8th Street and then, like, curves around and you see actual historical Native American, like, dwellings.
What?
So, you know, like, that land is built on actual history.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, like, you know, I mean, it was, like, really rough. There's, like, a lot of things that, like, we had to go through. And there was times where, like, my grandma would tell me stories. And so, like, my mom was heavily into addiction. And so there was times where, like, my grandma told me, like, she was like, oh, your mom would tell me, like, the room is freezing cold, like, and she's doing this and doing that. She's like, well, I'm like, she's an addict, it doesn't matter. But she said, you were 3 years old and you ran into my room and be like, I'm so cold, and I saw, like, this old man. I saw this old man at the end of that.
You did?
Yeah, she told me that I did this. And so it was like, she's like, you told me this, and she's like, I went in there, and, like, she was very heavily Christian, and so she was like, I went in there and I prayed all day, la la, it is what it is. So later on, like, I was, for a bit, like, I was the only one that was being raised by her, and, like, so I was, like, the only one that was in the house. Then my cousin came in, then my little sister came in, so, like, we were, like, kind of, like, rotating, like, I was always there. But, like, sometimes, like, my siblings and, like, my cousins would come in, like, to live with us. So there was times where, like, I would be getting ready in the bathroom, in the hallway, the guest bathroom, and you could see, like, down the hallway, like, out of your peripheral, like, a little, like, gray thing, like, running.
What?
A gray thing running, yes. And so I always, like, attributed it to being, like, our animals or, like, something. Like, you know, I was like, well, I didn't actually see that. Then when I was 16, my cousin came to live with us, and she was like, what the fuck was that? Like, we were getting ready at the same time in the bathroom. She's like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, I saw something run down the hallway. And then I looked, and there was no fucking dog. And I was like, that's a little gray man. And she was like, what are you talking about, little gray man? So it's like, you know, like Dobby, like, if you're like any Harry Potter, like, I'm telling you, like, it was like this little, like, gray thing that would, like, run by. And, like, I kind of just, like, you know, like, sometimes, like, you just don't want to think about something.
Yeah.
And you're like, if I ignore it, it's not there.
Uh-huh.
But then she started talking about it, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, okay, so there was, like, so it was a little gray man that was,
like, was like, you're like, what?
I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, what was that noise again?
Shut the fuck. Gray man. Oh.
So it was the gray man?
Yeah, it's just the gray man. Like, we just, like, kind of just... He just was there. It's fine.
Did you ever see him after that one?
I see him right now.
Oh, fuck.